Hello and welcome Amiga fans. This video will cover the process I took to set up WHDLoad on an Amiga 600. You will need to have taken the steps in my earlier video to set up a compact flash card and the installation of Workbench before moving on to this process. To begin with, you'll need to download two files from Aminet. Go to aminet.net and search for a file called lha.run and save this to a new folder. I've used WHDLoad in my downloads folder. On Amiga computers, the LHA file format was the most popular archive format, similar to WinZip or WinRAR on a PC. Stefan Boberg's LHA was the most popular archiver. Secondly, you'll need to search for Installer 4.3 and download that to the same folder. Installer is a scripting language developed by Sylvan Technical Arts and published by Commodore International for Amiga OS, first released for version 2.1 in 1992. Its grammar is based on the Lisp programming language. Now we need to download the WHDLoad package from whdload.de. The USR package contains the documentation and all the programs which are required to use WHDLoad installs. Save this file to the same folder as your two files from Aminet. Now we can load WinUAE. In the CD and hard drive section, you will need to add a directory or archive. This will be the location of where you have just saved the two files from Aminet. I have named my volume DH5 and the volume label as WHDLoad. As we are using WinUAE, you can mount a file path as a hard drive on the emulated Amiga and use that directory on your PC to transfer the extracted files to the emulated Amiga. Once this share has been set up, we can now load our virtual Amiga. Okay, to start with, we'll need to open a shell. This is located in your Workbench system folder. To access the WHDLoad folder that is being virtually shared from the PC, you need to type cd space WHDLoad : then hit enter. Type list and hit enter. This will list all of the files located in the directory. Type lha.run, which will extract all of the files from the lha.run program. Close all windows and then go back to the WHDLoad folder, our virtually mounted folder. It will appear empty, so right click and go to Window, Show, and then All Files. Just drag this window open a bit more and clean up the folder. There we go. So we're looking for a file called lha_68k. Select the file and right click, and then go to Icons and then Rename. What we want to do is just delete the _68k part, so the file will just be called lha. Go to the Workbench folder, right click, go to Window, and Show All Files again, and enter the C folder. You just need to drag the LHA file that we have renamed into the C folder. To verify that this has worked correctly, we can load the shell up again and type LHA, and you should get something that looks a little bit like this. Now that the LHA archiver is installed into Workbench, we can go back to the shell again. Type cd space WHDLoad : and hit enter. Type list, hit enter, and then type lha space x space installer -43_3.lha. This command will extract the installer 4.3.3. Once done, go back to the WHDLoad folder and into installer 4.3_3 folder, right click and go to Window, Show, and All Files. We need to repeat the same process as before. We need to copy the installer into the Workbench C folder. Right, now that we have the LHA archiver installed and the installer scripting language installed, we can now proceed with installing WHDLoad. Load the shell up again, enter the WHD folder, cd space WHDLoad : enter, type list, enter, and then type lha space x space WHDLoad_USR.lha and hit enter. Once extracted, close all windows and go into the WHDLoad folder. You will see a folder called WHDLoad. Double click it and run the install program to install WHDLoad and follow the on-screen instructions. I installed the help files into the system folder. And that's it, installation complete. Time to install some games on our compact flash card. I use WHDLoad.com as the source for my WHDLoad games. There are 3,391 games to choose from. Simply download the games that you would like to install and save them into the virtual folder we have mounted in WinUAE. In my case, that is the WHDLoad folder. So back to WinUAE. I use the LHA archiver to extract the games on the virtual Amiga. Go to the shell in the Workbench System folder. Type cd space WHDLoad : enter, type list, enter, and locate the game you wish to install. I chose Turrican 2, one of my favourite Amiga games. Type LHA space x space Turrican 2 underscore v1.7 underscore 0029.lha. Now go back to the WHDLoad folder and you'll see a new folder called Turrican 2. Open that folder and run Turrican 2 to check all is working. And look at that, it works perfectly. If it works on my virtual Amiga, it will work on the real deal. Let's try Turrican. So back to the shell again, type cd space WHDLoad : enter, type list, enter, and then type LHA space x space Turrican underscore v2.0 underscore 0092.lha. Same again, close all windows and open up the WHDLoad folder, into the Turrican folder, and run Turrican. Looking absolutely great.
Welcome to Turrican!
So finally, to get our WHDLoad games onto your flash card, simply drag the folders from the WHDLoad folder, which is our virtual folder, to your compact flash card, which in my case is the disk called Games. And that's it guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope it was really informative and helped anyone who was struggling to get WHDLoad working on their Amiga. And to finish off, I will leave you with some video footage of Turrican 2 running on my Amiga 600. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, and any comments, please leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.